and activity in other parts of the state. Over the weekend, things look to stay dry with temperatures, Tara, topping out right around 104 degrees.
All right, April, I know you're paying attention to this next guest. If you are getting married soon, why not opt for a cubic zirconia engagement ring? Tell her it's an heirloom passed down from your grandma. Prevent having it appraised. Thinking about buying a lawnmower? Borrow your neighbor's. How about tipping? Don't do it. These are a few tips from a new book called Secrets of a Stingy Scoundrel, 100 Dirty Little Money-Grabbing Secrets, written by author Phil Villarreal. Good morning.
Oh, thanks so much for having me on.
All right, I will say that I've heard worse words than scoundrel used to describe you in this book.
Oh,
it's all in fun, though, right?
Yeah, it really is. It's meant to be humorous. You don't really do much of the things that are in the book. Just read it and be entertained by it and hopefully laugh a little bit.
Well, I hear that all of this started as your days living off of tuna sandwiches at the U of A and trying to be frugal in college.
Yeah, back when I was a dorm student, I would ration milk. Like, I would eat cereal and actually pour the milk remaining back in the container so I could have more for the next day. I was very poor.
I don't disagree with that idea. But the tipping thing, I mean, you've got to be a decent tipper, don't you think?
No, in reality, I do tip, but it's just funny to say not to tip. Because really, you know what? I'm a Reservoir Dogs fan. I love that scene. There's something that's just funny about that scene. And of course I do tip, but it's just funny to say, you know what, if you want to really save money, don't tip.
All right, your wife was a school teacher, stay-at-home mom. She had to look at some of these and say, you've got to be kidding me. You are cheap.
She's not a big fan of the book. She's happy that I got one published. But then again, she's like, Phil, come on. You don't want people to think you're a bad person. I think, well, I want people to think I'm a funny person, maybe. And, you know, I have these demented ideas that come to me, so I figured out, why not write them down and get some good out of it, rather than just have them stuck in my head.
All right, the most controversial suggestion in here is what? Is it the stuff involving healthcare?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, people say we need healthcare reform, right? But the fact is we do have free universal healthcare for certain groups, those being homeless people and illegal immigrants. So if you're ever having a heart attack, just kind of make believe like you're either an illegal immigrant or a homeless person. Do away with that ID. Maybe you'll get some free emergency care out of that.
He's just kidding. He's just kidding. But is there anything that you actually do follow? Anything that actually is a pretty good suggestion?
There are some practical things in the book, like with banks for one thing. I would say always move to internet banking. Like I use Immigrant Direct. ING also works pretty well. They give you much better interest rates than regular banks. Another thing you can do is always take advantage of those $100 certificates you're sent in by banks to have you open new accounts and keep them open for 6 months with direct deposit. It's easy, free money, I'd say.
All right, there's some really nice suggestions there. You know, we were laughing during the break because I love the way the book is shaped. It reminds me of the Boy Scout badge manual. And he said it's like the evil Boy Scout manual.
I think that's a good way to look at it.
You even have a little devil, you know, on George Washington on the cover.
Yeah, I showed it to my 2-year-old son, and he said, he looked at it and he said, that man is mean.
Uh-oh, great.
So
now when he goes to high school and learns all about George Washington, he'll say, he was a bad man. He was a bad man. I want to mention that Phil will be out at the Barnes & Noble in Scottsdale on Thursday evening. We'll put the information up on our hotline. He'll also be down in Tucson, I think, on Friday.
That's right.
But congratulations on having the book done. And, you know, your wife might be upset, but hey, her husband's now an author with a published book.
She's upset at most things I do, so that's okay.
But that's a whole other segment. We'll have Phil on another time for that. Thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. Again, the book is called Secrets of a Stingy Scoundrel. Coming up next in entertainment news, Terry Hatcher going from desperate housewife to extreme athlete. Find out what she is up to. And Oprah losing one of her favorite guests. Find out what Dr. Oz has in his future. Entertainment is next.